Hey guys, how's it going? Solo back with yet another daily stock market video. It is Friday, the end of a trading week, and wow, these past few trading weeks in the stock market, I feel like I've aged 10 years in the matter of the past 10 days. Really just up and down. Tech is up one day, tech is down one day. Really the market, I feel like it can't decide what it wants to do right now. We've seen this heat map before, right? We've seen this a lot the past few trading weeks. Predominantly the past two trading weeks, where the market is kind of green overall, but big tech is in the red. Google down over 2.4%, a big loser today. But Amazon, Facebook, Tesla, Microsoft, Apple, the semis again just keep getting beaten down, all in the red. So if you're big on tech stocks, you know, they're all on sale. But the question is, when is the sale going to stop? Meaning, what is the rock bottom price that we can get in on before it starts going up? And I don't know the answer to that, because it seems like every day we do a couple days of red, then we have one big green day and we think, oh, the bottom is over, you know, we're going back to the moon, and then we just have more red days and it's just like a total fake out. But let's talk about Corsair Gaming. It's actually my only position right now. I currently own 400 shares of Corsair that I own for just a little over $38 a share right now. I've been selling some covered calls on them that expire next Friday in a week. Hopefully we'll collect some premium just to ease some of my losses right now. But let's take a look at the graph here. So Corsair hasn't been making big moves. You know, I was really bullish on Corsair before this huge tech sell-off, maybe a little less than a month ago. Had a green day. I mean, we rallied back hard. Take a look at this. Corsair at the opening bell, down already about 2.3%. Within the first 10 minutes of the market opened, down almost 4%. Then we just rallied back strong up until about lunchtime. We're pretty much flat overall on the day. We did end up just eking out in the green, up 0.65%. And look at this, super flat in after hours trading. A little bit of pump here right before after hours trading closed. We did close up another 0.9% in after hours trading. On the week though, overall green week, but it was a bumpy ride. Look at this, just up and down, up and down. Again, Corsair just can't decide what it wants to do. But we did end the week green, up 8.4%. On the month, though, we are not looking too hot. Take a look at this, down 19.5% on the month. 3 months, you're still green, but barely, 0.7%. So Corsair, you know, one way to think about this, if you're just buying and selling shares of Corsair, you're probably feeling the pain right now. But you're trading options on Corsair, this might actually be a good scenario for you, and I'll talk about that in just a second when we look at the options chain here. But on the year, again, Corsair was recently publicly traded on September 23rd. On the year, you're still basically would have doubled your money if you got in early, up over 102%. So looking at the Corsair options chain here, again, Corsair only has monthly options. I'm really hoping that once their share lockup expires, not next week, but the week after, hopefully they'll introduce weekly options. I'm a big fan of weeklies over monthlies just because I'm impatient and I don't want to wait a whole month to collect some juicy premium. But right now, Corsair has not been as juicy as it was when I first got into some positions over a month ago. Right now, this option expires next week. So this basically is weeklies now because they expire next Friday. So at the money selling puts, you would collect $28 for $3,000 in premium. So as I said, it's not very juicy at all right now. Take a look at this. Only 0.9% in 1 week of trading. You've seen some of my other videos. You can get 8, 9, 10, even 11% a week on some of these other tickers like the crypto stocks. So not really juicy right now. Like I said, I own 400 shares of Corsair. So I actually sold 4 covered calls at the $40 strike price. And so I sold them, if we go to the call chain, for $45 a pop. They're currently trading for $22, so I'm already about 50% profitable on those. I really don't think, unless something crazy happens, the way Corsair has been trading lately, I don't think it's going to jump $6 in a week, but you never know. So I'm expecting my options to expire worthless, so I get to collect the full $45 times 4 of them. So that's going to be, just to do some quick math here, $180 in premium, and hopefully still keep my 400 shares of Corsair. So after that, I'm just going to look to open up another covered call set for the following month, April 16th. And right now, if I want to sell 40s again, I can get $133 right here per contract. So I could get a little over $400, but obviously these numbers are going to change once the market opens next week. and then once hopefully my options expire the following week and open again the following Monday. Let's take a look at a news article. So this one is not directly about Corsair, but it's about a company that's similar to Corsair, and it's about Turtle Beach. So they make gaming headsets, headphones, and things like that. They're not a direct one-to-one comparison with Corsair because they don't make computer parts like all-in-one coolers and keyboards and PSUs and things like that, but they're a relatively similar company. And the reason I bring this article up is because Turtle Beach actually had their earnings recently on February 10th, and actually their estimates were well above Wall Street estimates, so they beat earnings by a long shot. However, take a look at this. It pulled back amid the tech sell-off. So I bring this article up because I'm going to show you the TradingView chart on Corsair in just a second, but I wonder if Corsair is selling off not because of Corsair per se, but because of this market sell-off and more specifically this tech sell-off. So let's look at the TradingView chart here. So here's the chart on Corsair. For the longest time, it looked like Corsair was trading in this upward trending parallel channel. Everything looked hunky-dory until about February 25th, where we broke out of that parallel channel. So right now, it doesn't look like we're in this channel again. We didn't come back up. The one thing I am looking at though, is I drew this area of support at around $33 or so, a little over $33, maybe 33 and some change. And it does look like this past trading week, actually, if I zoom in here, that area has held up pretty darn nicely. Take a look at this. March 9th and 10th, the candle bottomed out there. On March 11th, the wick bottomed out there. And pretty much today, we bottomed out there as well. So it does look like $33 and some change is building up as a strong area of support. And actually, if we go back in time, we kind of topped out there back on November 17th as well. So maybe $33 is the new bottom. If you got in like on March 5th when it was all the way down at sub $29, you're probably looking real good right now because I don't know Corsair is going to be on sale that much ever again unless we have a continued market and tech sell-off. But if you're down at $29, leave me a comment below. Let me know if you're in Corsair for sub $30 a share because you're looking pretty good right now in my opinion. I mean, Corsair IPO'd around 15 bucks. If you got in on day one, you're still, like I said, over double your money even with this tech sell-off. So you're sitting pretty right now. I would have loved to get in at such a cheap price, but I am hoping that this $33 support holds and that now we continue on the up and up. But it's going to take some work for sure because not only that, we are trading below the 50-day moving average, which is the pink line, and the 21-day average, which is the orange line. And to make matters worse, the orange line, or the 21 MA, crossed over right here roughly on March 8th to March 9th, the 50-day moving average. So that is a bearish sign. What we need is the 21 MA to come back up and cross over the 50-day MA again to be a full-on bull signal there, but we don't have that yet. So I wouldn't say, don't go out and YOLO onto Corsair because it's going to the moon quite yet. Obviously, nothing I say is ever financial advice. Always do your own due diligence, your own research. But right now, I'm kind of taking a wait-and-see approach to see what Corsair wants to do. We're not having these big moves where we have 3, 4, 5%, green days and red days like we had in the past. Kind of been just taking the staircase down slowly by slowly. But the reason why I said earlier in the video that it's probably painful if you have shares right now like I do. But if you're an options trader, stocks that trade flat like this, you can still make good money. And there's something called an iron condor, for example, where you can play the upside and play the downside. And so if the stock trades flat, you collect money from both sides. So that's actually a really great play if a stock is trading flat or you think it's going to trade flat. And I will say, if we go back in time, since about December 2nd to pretty much, the high here on February 9th, for basically 3 months or a little less than 3 months, Corsair has traded between about $33 and roughly, low 40s, maybe let's just say 33 to 43 to keep them like as a $10 wide gap. So you could potentially maybe open up some spreads to the upside and to the downside. So less than $33 and then over $43, turn it into an iron condor and just collect that sweet, sweet premium this whole time. That's something that I'm personally thinking about, but right now there's so much uncertainty in the market that I don't want to devote more money into the market right now. I want the market to pick a side, whether it's going to go up or go down, before I keep putting money into it personally, because I'm a little bit risk averse and I don't want to dump money into the market and then end up bag holding even more shares of Corsair or maybe some other tickers that I'm playing. So I am playing it relatively safe right now, but that's just my style. You got to do what fits your style. Let's end the video looking at the option flow data to see if any big money flows came in on Corsair today. So this is Sweepcast. Not a lot of action on Corsair today. As we can see, only one order came in today. It was for a 35 strike call option that actually expires next Friday. So in a week, somebody put about $40,000 in call options for Corsair at 35. Like I said, Corsair is currently trading around 34. So a $35 strike is not a huge, very, very bullish play. And for all we know, this program is saying this is a bearish play. So this could be some form of a hedge. We don't know for sure. We never know with certainty if these were bought options or sold options. We always assume they were bought options. And like I said, we're assuming this is bearish just because these options were potentially bought at the bid price. But again, this is all just hypothetical really, where you don't know for 100% certainty what this institution or this individual was doing with this option. So as always, make sure you join the Discord server if you're not in there already. Add me on StockTwits, Twitter, Instagram, and Reddit. I hope you had a green week. And as always, I'll see you on the moon.